Hello everyone. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you guys today about nail care, removing your polish and how you do that, and just make things really simple. If you hear something in the background, it is my dog snoring, so do not mind. I have a puggle and he's pretty famous around these parts for snoring. So, um, if you didn't know, my name is Shannon. I am a Color Street stylist and I am going to teach you guys all about beauty tips and all the nail care and fun stuff like that. So I'm going to show you first how I remove my nail polish. And while I do that, I'm going to talk to you guys about some of the tips that I have, what I keep in my little nail care bag. Every time that I do my nails, I get this little bag out so you guys can take a look at what's in there. And yeah, just kind of go from there. So I use these little cotton rounds when I'm removing my nail polish. I just cut them up into like 4 pieces. So I only use 2 or 3 of them. But I just cut them in half and then I cut them in half again. And then I also use what I like is not ours, but our nail clips. So I use these little guys to take off my polish. Now, you can just use a nail polish remover. Color Street, if you're using Color Street and you're looking to take off your nail polish, you are going to want to have something that is that works like an acetone but is not acetone. So acetone is super bad for your nails for anyone who doesn't know that. You want to make sure you're going with a non-acetone remover. Color Street does have a non-acetone remover and it's formulated for their nail polish. So it basically helps take off the nail polish a lot quicker without having to do a whole lot of scrubbing. If I'm wearing a glitter, I always like to make sure that I am using the nail clips because glitter is just like regular glitter nail polish, and since our polish is a base coat, color coat, and then your top coat all in one, it's thicker, so it's going to be a little bit more tricky to take off. But yeah, and I'm going to show you guys how to do all your filing and stuff like that. So I'm going to give you all of the tips in this video. So be sure to stay tuned because I'm going to just wrap all that up for you. Okay, so let me get this last one on and then I'll show you some of the stuff that I have. But like I said, if you are using a nail polish remover, a lot of people think that when they use Color Street for the first time, like especially if they don't do their nails very often, they sometimes think that when they take off their nail polish that Color Street has ruined their nails. Little do people know that a lot of times it is because they are using an acetone remover, and even some non-acetone removers will damage your nails as well. The thing that I like about Color Street is it's acetone free, but it is also effective and it is very moisturizing for my nails. So I don't have to worry about them drying out my nails like I did with other non-acetone removers. It's going to help keep that moisture inside of my nails as well, which ultimately is what helps your nails grow long and strong as well. And I'm going to give you some more tips for that right now too. So if you're wanting to grow a little bit longer nails and stuff, I'm going to give you all those tips as well. Okay, but the first things that I keep in my little nail bag, I've had this little nail bag for quite a few years now. I have the nail clips, and then I also have toenail clips, which they just look, oh, I dropped that one. The bigger toenail ones just look a little bit bigger for your toes, and then they have like smaller ones for your other toes. So I do use those when I'm taking off my toenails. You guys will only ever see me do one hand at a time, because one time before I tried to take off a glitter polish when I was brand new to Color Street with all 10 fingers at once, and it ended up being a glitter bomb explosion. There's just glitter everywhere because it's really hard to do them all at the same time. So just a little tip for you, do one hand at a time. It doesn't take very long. Like I could probably take these off right now and they would come off. But I'm gonna finish this real quick. So it doesn't take very long to take these off. The other things that I keep in there is I have just a little, I usually only use this. I don't use it to cut my cuticles. You always want to just push your cuticles back instead of cutting them. But I mainly just use this like if I have a hangnail or something like that. You guys will see me use this when you see me apply sets. I cut the nail strips in half so I can get double use out of them. You'll see that if you look at different videos. I have my nail buffer that I use. I have my Color Straight nail file, which is my absolute favorite. I also have my little rubber tipped cuticle pusher, which I use to push back my cuticles, plus I use it for application. I keep a glass nail file or crystal nail file. These are the best for your nails. I love my Color Straight nail file, but these ones, if you're having a lot of problems with like splitting or peeling nails, these are going to be the best for you to use. And I'm going to give you some filing tips here too to help reduce that. And then I also have my cuticle oil, my nail strengthener, and then my hand lotion. So, and then I just keep these little cotton rounds right next to it in the drawer when I put it away. Okay, so let's start by taking these off. You guys will see, so I have that on there. I'm just gonna rub just slightly, and as you can see, it just comes right off. You can see the polish on there. So super simple to take off your polish. I just kind of give it a little rub. If I'm wearing glitters, I'll usually kind of just move this around a little bit. I didn't have a glitter on this time, so it's fairly easy. This one was 2 layers because I had a like leopard print below it. So I just kind of have to, it penetrated the first level, but not the second. So I just wiped that off. I also ended up, you guys will notice these are different shapes. I'm going to show you that when I file them because, I was doing an almond shaped, but we have been in the pool a lot this summer and my nails, I don't know if anyone else is like this, my nails are very thin and bendy. So my nails are prone to break pretty easily, especially when I'm in water or chemicals like chlorine. So I had broken 2 nails. So I am actually going to reshape them for you and give you some filing tips as well. So let me take off the other hand while we're at it, and I'll go over some more tips with you. But yeah, so let me know if you guys have a nail care routine that you do, or if you use some of these products, let me know how you like them, or even if you use something different that you love, let me know what it is. Because I'm going to give you guys my nightly nail care routine that basically, it's the main nail care that I do, but I do it every single night and it takes me like a minute before I go to bed. And once I started adding that into my nail care routine, it really changed the game and really helped my nails grow. So I get these on and then I'll show you that. Okay. All right. So like I said, I will show you exactly how I do all this. Okay. So the only nail polish remover that I have used, and they kind of staggered our nail care line. So our nail polish remover came out first. I started using it and I noticed immediately a difference in my nails were growing longer and stronger and they were not breaking as easily just because of the nail polish remover. Then we added in these other 3 products, the cuticle oil, the nail strengthener, and the hand lotion. All have been game changers. I use them all every single day. And I'm just obsessed with them. Okay, so the first one, so my nighttime routine that I do is I will take the cuticle oil and the hand lotion. I put on the cuticle oil, obviously all around my cuticle oil, all around my cuticles. So I will do that before I go to bed. So I apply the cuticle oil and then I will apply some hand lotion all over and then I go to bed. It really helps it sink in while I'm sleeping. And then I also use our lip primer, which I'll talk about that on a different day, but it's like my nighttime bedtime routine. I just do all of those. I use the lip primer because I use it as a lip balm. It's a fabulous lip balm. And then I do my cuticle oil and my hand lotion. And it has changed the game. Like my nails were already growing, getting stronger just from switching to the nail polish remover. But it took it to the next level by adding in my nightly routine of the cuticle oil and the hand lotion. And then the nail strengthener, which I will actually put on when I'm done filing for you guys. And you guys can see how quickly it dries. You can use the nail strengthener as a base coat, top coat, or just by itself. So if you're not a nail polish person, maybe you're watching this and you just want to know about nail care because you want to take better care of your nails, but you don't want to put nail polish on them. That's fine. Our nail strengthener is the bomb. It also is like a hardener. So I will not be doing my nails probably until tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on and I'm going to do 2 layers of it, and I will not be afraid that my nails will break until I put on a new set tomorrow. I use our nail strips kind of as a barrier. Like I said, I have thin, brittle nails. So if I don't keep some sort of either the nail strengthener or nail polish on them, they will bend and they will break. This is the first time in my entire life that I've actually been able to grow longer nails. Okay, so let me take these off. So I have always just had really thin, brittle nails. That's just how it goes. I used to, well, I think the reason why is because I used to do acrylics when I was younger, in my younger days. And so they just kind of thinned out. They have gotten stronger since. I've been using Color Street now for like 3 years. My dog's getting louder with the snoring, so I'm sorry. I have used Color Street now for 3 years, and this is definitely the healthiest my nails have ever looked. They started to get a little bit longer and stronger just from using Color Street, and then once I added in the nail care, it really just kind of took it to the next level. Another thing I use if you guys are looking to grow your nails quickly, because obviously if you are having thinning and breaking issues, you want your nails to grow out pretty quickly. I suggest putting a biotin in your vitamin regimen. That is going to help your nails grow quickly. It's also good for skin, hair, all that kind of stuff. Or you can do both, a collagen. So using collagen and biotin will help your nails grow quicker and also help keep them a little bit healthier too. So since I started Color Street, I would say about a couple months in is when I started adding like a biotin, and then I got on the collagen train, right? Everyone kind of did. Okay, so I'm gonna go over, let me close this so I don't spill it. The other thing that I like about this bottle, just a little, is it is like leak proof. So once you close it and it has, so kids can't get into it, it has that kind of lid. So really good quality, and just totally worth it. My dog is so loud. Okay, so these are what my nails look like now. As you can see, they were almond, like this one and stuff like that, and then I had a few of them break. So the first thing I'm going to do is start filing them, the ones, I'm going to file them into the square shaped, which it's been a really long time since I've had that, but I was like, you know what, we're going to file them down into the square shaped, just because. So the first thing is when you're filing, you typically do not want to do a seesaw method, especially if you have peeling or brittle nails. It's going to cause you to kind of shred up your nail, and then it's going to cause it to break and peel even more. So when you're filing, you want to go in one direction. So this, I'm not filing down too far, but as you can see, I'm just kind of going in one direction. Once I kind of get it down to the length that I want, then I'm going to switch over to my glass file. So again, you just want to make sure that you're filing in one direction, which can be hard sometimes. I even catch myself sometimes not doing that and like wanting to do the saw method. But the other thing is I don't file and buff my nails every single time that I do them. I really only do it if they need it. Like if my nails are getting extremely long, I will go ahead and file them down, which is what usually I'm filing for. But as you can see, my nails, I've just been in the pool a lot and stuff like that. We got a pool this summer, so I've been in a lot of more like chlorine than what I normally would be in. So yeah, but, so I'm just filing down. I'm kind of doing a little square, which my thumbs needed filed down anyways, because they usually are the strongest, and they are the ones that I have to file down usually almost every week, probably every other week. I do change my nails about every week just because I can and that I like the different designs and stuff. But Color Street, I'll talk more about this later, but Color Street, it will last for up to 2 weeks, 2 weeks, sometimes even longer. So, and then these ones I am just kind of reshaping because like I said, they broke. So I want to make sure that I reshape them so they don't look all weird. But as you can see, I'm just filing in one direction. This is going to help my nails from peeling and breaking. And once I kind of get a good desired shape, I guess you could say, I'm going to go in with, which this one probably needs to come down a little bit more. I'm going to go in with my glass file to kind of round out the edges and make sure that my nails are not going to peel and break. So I have one of my glass files, which I actually have 2 of them. This one has more grit on it. These are just going to be better for your nails in general. It helps seals in the keratin layers of your nails, so that way they're less likely to chip and break. So again, I don't use these every single week. I really only use them when I have to, when my nails are getting too long, or if I broke one or something like that. Which I will say I have less breakage. Usually the best times for my nails are fall and spring. Once I hit the summer, I'm usually in the pool a lot or water a lot, which, as most of you know, is going to make your nails, when your hands are in water a lot, it's going to make your nails a little bit more thinner and easier to break. And then in the winter, it's just dry. But if you are keeping up with your cuticle oil and your hand lotion, it is really, really going to help in the winter. So highly suggest that. Okay. All right, so I have this hand filed down, pretty much good to go. I might file my thumb down a little bit more just because compared to the rest of them, it looks a little longer. But yeah, so that is going to be my major tips for filing and for nail care. And then I'm going to show you here in just a second how I apply the nail strengthener and how quickly it dries, because like I said, I do use it as a base coat sometimes for my nails. So when I put on my nails, I usually layer them up with 2 layers because like I said, they're thin, they're brittle, they're going to break on me. So if you have thin and brittle nails, I do recommend putting 2 layers of the nail strips on, or doing the nail strengthener before applying your nail strips, and then applying another layer of nail strengthener when you're done. A tip that I do have, and I found this out the hard way when the product first came out, but with our nail strengthener, what I will do, a little tip for you, because Color Street is 95% dry and 5% wet. That 5% that's wet, you want to wait for it to cure to your nails for just not very long, but just a little bit. So I will go ahead and apply my nail strengthener first. Then you can kind of wait for that to dry, which takes about 2 seconds. And then I will go ahead and put on the nail strips right after that. So I will do it pretty much immediately after applying most of the time. I usually don't break it up into certain days, but I usually apply this, then immediately apply my nail strips for the most part. Then I wait till the next day to apply another layer of nail strengthener. And the reason why I do this is because I want to give my nails time to cure before I put another layer of polish on them. Because like I said, your nail strips is your base coat, color coat, and top coat all in one. So it's thicker than just applying 1 layer of nail polish. It's like adding 3 layers of nail polish. So you kind of want to give those 3 layers plus your nail strengthener that you already put on a little bit of time to cure. And then the next day I would put on this. The first time that I ever did it, I actually did them right before bed. I put the nail strengthener on top. The nail strengthener felt, I also had 2 layers of nail polish on, mind you, 2 layers of Color Street nail strips on because I was doing a fun little design. And I put the nail strengthener on top. I went to bed because it felt dry to the touch. But when I woke up in the morning, I did have little indents on my nails. So just a little tip, put this on the next day, let your nail polish cure to your nails first. It was just too many layers at once, you know what I mean? Okay, so like I said, I will buff if they need, which these don't really need buffed all that much. But I did have nail glue on this one because it started to break. So I went ahead and put some nail glue on, which I don't have next to me. It is linked. All of this stuff too is linked. Even the stuff that I get from Amazon. If you just go to shannonsdiybeauty.com, you can look on my Amazon list and you will see all of it on there. And the nail glue is also on there as well. So you guys can see exactly what items that I use, even if it's not Color Street. Because there are some items that Color Street doesn't have for sale that I use, like the nail clips and stuff. Okay, so I got those buffed out. And I'm going to go over it again just because I have some from buffing. It's a little bit, this will kind of just help clean my nails off. If you are familiar with Color Street, we also have an alcohol pad that comes with all of our nail strips. If you're using this and then applying your nail strips directly on, you don't have to actually do the alcohol prep pad in between. This kind of also acts as your alcohol prep pad instead of that. So just a little tip if you don't like using both of them. Because if you do have thinner, brittle nails, sometimes you don't always want to use the alcohol prep pad, or if your nails tend to like really dry out. But also too, I don't know if you guys can see, after this nail polish remover, like any other nail polish remover that I've used, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but my nails get they just look dried out. As you can see, I just applied that again. No dryness. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with our nail strengthener, which we've had our nail care line for over a year now. And I've actually been using the same one. I am just now switching to a brand new bottle. So this is actually, it's only $12. And this is a brand new bottle. So it's lasted me over a year. Okay, so I'm just going to apply like you would apply any nail polish. Typically I do push my cuticles back as well, which you guys, I didn't show you that step, but you do want to make sure that you push your cuticles back before you do apply this. So I just swipe it on there, and then I kind of go over the tip as well, just to make sure that I am good to go. And then I'll show you guys how quickly, I have a little fuzz, how quickly this stuff dries. Like I said, I'll either do my nails tonight or tomorrow just because I'm in a little bit of a hurry and don't have time. Even though it takes about 10 minutes, I'm already behind schedule today. Surprise, surprise. If you don't know much about me, I do have 2 little ones. They are at their grandma's today, so I am on borrowed time. But yeah, I get very distracted. If you're in my VIP group, you know I get very distracted when my littles are around and I lose all train of thought. So I try to do these types of videos when they're not around. But yeah, so I put that on. This is the nail that broke. That's kind of why it looks a little bit weird. Well, that's one of them that broke, that I was hanging. I was holding on by some nail glue. And all I did with that too, if you guys want a little bonus tip, and I don't have any tissues around me, but I just took like a tissue, I peeled it in so it was just one layer. I took the tiniest little piece, because when I first glued it, it was like the crack in my nail was down here, right? So, which this is pretty much already dry. I'm already touching it. That's how fast this dries. But it was basically all the way down here, and I did not want my nail to break off all the way down there because, hello, it's gonna hurt, right? So I did the little tissue trick to where you take tissue, or you can even do toilet paper, just a really thin layer. You wanna make sure that it's just like the one ply. And it was like this tiniest little square that I put on there, and then I applied my nail glue right on top of it. I let it dry. I buffed it out, made sure there was no ridges or anything like that. You don't want to over buff it, but I just buffed it out a little bit and I was good to go for the rest of the week. That's why I also love my nail glue, because it lasts. It helps if I do have any breaks like that. Guys, these are already dry. They're already dry. Oh, I love this nail strengthener. It's so amazing. It's so amazing. Okay, now I have to shape and do these ones, but I just wanted to hop on here and show you guys these amazing products, as well as what my routine is, so that way it can help you guys if you're struggling with breaking nails, thin nails, you know, all the things to help you get longer, healthier nails. So I hope this was helpful. If it was helpful, drop me a heart below, but I will talk to you guys soon.